We're live? We're live now? Oh, hey! Hello, everybody. My name is Glenn.
I'm Suzanne.
And we're at the ID at Xbox pre-PAX event here. So this is in Building 33.
Yep.
On the main campus of the Microsoft campus?
Yeah, it's the Microsoft Conference Center here in Redmond. Very close to Seattle, and the whole PAX madness.
The whole PAX, yeah. So what we're doing here is we have 58, 53?
Something more than 50.
More than 50?
More than 50.
Let's just go with 60. I don't know what it is.
Sure,
anyway,
yeah, let's say that.
We have a lot of amazing ID Xbox games that we're showing here, and a lot of the devs, most of the devs are actually here showing the games.
Yep.
And right now it's a little quiet because it's mostly
this is a private session.
We're
not going to be open to the public until later today at 5 o'clock Pacific time to 9 o'clock Pacific time, 9 p.m. So if you're in the area, you should definitely come by.
Although is it full? Will they be able to get in?
They can definitely get in.
Okay.
So we're open to the public.
And if they won't let you in, just say, Suzanne.
That's right.
Suzanne said I could get
Blame
in. So
it'll work. I have so much power, you don't even know.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take advantage of the fact that we have a little space and we can still get some of the devs. And we've got this thing, it's like a selfie stick, I guess.
Glenn has a new toy.
I have a new toy. And Alex hooked us up with this way to remote broadcast to my phone, which is cool.
This means that we have entered the millennial century, right?
Exactly, yes.
We are now, we have joined the young people.
Right. Although I think
question from the chat: when do the shuttle buses start?
I wear the badge of pride.
What?
When do the shuttle buses start?
The shuttle buses, if you, they start at 4:45 from the Washington State Convention Center. They are at 8.
Just like right down there, that main center, like with a...
Yeah, it's a tunnel. The entrance that's in a tunnel on Convention Place, not on 8th Street. Convention Place.
Convention Place, not 8th Street.
Yes. So, ask around. Actually, you can go on ID_Xbox if you want to see a diagram of where exactly the shuttle buses will be picking up. Just because I'm with you, we're gonna help you get here.
Yes. And then you can come here and play a lot of games and meet a lot of the actual developers who make these games.
Yep. Who are very cool people.
Most of them are very cool people.
Most of them.
No, actually, all of them.
They're all pretty cool. Yeah, we like them.
So we're gonna throw it to Alex, who's gonna do something while we go and find someone to talk to.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna be back in a minute, right, Alex? Yes. Okay. All right.
Here we go on an adventure.
Yes. We are live now, Alex. Okay, we are live now. Hi. So I've got this little tiny mic. See how tiny my mic is?
It's a tiny microphone. Wow, it's like a microphone for mice.
So you want to introduce who you are?
Yes, hello. My name is Mike Rose. I'm from publishing label No More Robots, and we are publishing a wonderful game called Family Man,
which is right here.
It's right there. It's imagine.
Can I show the screen?
Of course you can. Yeah. Imagine if you had, a sort of. If you looked at the screenshots of the videos of this, you might think it's a nicey, go out into the world and have fun kind of game. It's not. It's incredibly dark. In fact, we're about to see a really dark bit.
Oh.
It's a very, very dark sort of, of course. It's like a Breaking Bad style. You are a man who has been taken to the edge and must. You could choose to be nice. It might not get you very far, but it's easier to not be nice.
And when you play, do you ever be nice? I'm guessing not.
I am the kind of person who, in games, if it gives me an option, I play it not nice. Yeah, because it's easier, isn't it? They always make the negative routes in games like that. They just make them easier.
Yeah.
It's easier to beat someone up than try and talk them around. So,
but it's also kind of fun to beat them up.
It is. It's like, I can't do it in real life.
Yeah.
So it's probably not a great mix to say about video games. But yeah.
And you have another game that's on our platform, right?
I do. So previously we published a game called Descenders. I'm
gonna go this way.
Yeah, should we do this way? Which is a downhill mountain biking game.
Yeah. And that's in game preview now.
It is. It's in game preview. Yeah. It's,
I actually know that. I asked him a question just to make it sound.
You
like
do? Yeah. You already know all of that. You can talk about my game for. But yeah, that's been a pretty amazing experience because we've got so many players on Xbox, and I'm always trying to like talk to them on on Xbox Live and stuff. So yeah, that's been super fun. And the plan for Descenders is to put multiplayer into the game soonish, probably like 6 months-ish.
You heard it. He announced the date, right?
There you go. That's the date. I can't step back from that. But yeah, that should be good. I imagine because lots of people have been asking us for multiplayer. So yeah, awesome. It should be good.
So when is Family Man
Yes.
coming? Do we have a date or anything?
We're saying a vague 2019. We're aiming for early, but sometimes video games take longer.
All right.
So it might be mid, but it'll be 2019.
Okay, cool. So you have 2 firm dates for Mike. Announced on this stream right now for the first
Tomorrow.
time.
Great.
Yeah, so thanks so much, Mike. So,
No worries. Thank you. And thank you for introducing me to this miniature. I feel like I need one of these in my life.
I know, it's pretty cool.
It's fantastic.
Makes you feel like a giant.
It does, yeah. Eats it.
So, Mike Rose from No More Robots. I got that right. There's another robots company. No More Robots. It's the robots.
There's another British company called No More Picnics.
Oh, okay.
People sometimes get us confused.
No More
I
Robot
don't know why.
Picnics.
No More Robot Picnic. I could do a picnic.
Yeah.
Yeah, except the weather's too bad in here.
And the game is over here.
Yes.
It's called Family Man.
Yes.
Oh, and look, you can see Mike Nelson, our wire editor, is over there watching right now. If I can take that. Yeah, there he is. Yeah.
Nice.
Anyway,
Nice.
I don't know if he wanted his name out there publicly, but it is now. So awesome.
It's done.
Yeah. All right. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
All right. Okay, so we're just gonna. I'm here with Sudan. Oh wait, I'm blowing this. Okay, so what are we gonna do? We're gonna walk around. Oh, so we're now being joined by.
Oh,
We aren't. No, we're
we
being
were
joined
joined briefly by Nick.
By Nick. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over and have a look over here at the Game Arcade.
Straight Gate.
There's so many good games that
Now-
I'm gonna check out a bunch of them. Oh wait, we have to talk to this guy right here. He's my favorite person on the entire planet. Right here. Come here. This is James Lewis. James, we are live right now on the Xbox Mixer channel.
Awesome.
James Lewis is literally the nicest person who works in the video game industry. Behind us is Chris Turlock.
Yeah.
Chris is not the nicest person who works in the game
No,
industry.
this
He's
is
actually kind of a jerk. But, you know,
Everybody.
and you probably can't tell at all from James's attire, but he actually now is on the Mixer team. He left us to go work on the Mixer team, but it was great. Great to do that because we have a man inside.
That's great.
Chris, any words of wisdom for our
Viewers? Thanks a lot for watching on James' awesome service, Mixer. James, have you gotten a chance to play any of the games here yet?
Yes, a lot of really cool games. So I played Little Super Meat Boy, which is stretching hard. It's a great choice. So it's really fun. Some really cool mixer games that we have here. So if you have
show us your mix? Let's go
Yeah,
play your mixer game right here. Take.
We just did that. No, go ahead, please.
So this is a game called Jump Street.
Hold on, Ethan. The video came back on GoPro.
These guys are actually showing. So this is actually the streamer mode. So you can actually, the streamer can use the platform, and then the viewers coming to this channel, you can actually go through and kind of place the platforms, do things, control the streamer, or make it so they can actually just kind of speed run the level. So
Stream of the game.
Oh,
this is
okay.
so meta.
Now it's getting,
All right.
it's getting crazy in here.
Right.
You're right.
Okay.
I don't hold the selfie stick. I never thought I'd say those words.
I
in
know.
my
I'm
entire
the same way.
life.
I violated my lifelong rule about never holding the selfie stick. All right. So I'm going to go through and play some stuff. So this is actually Impact New York game right now. I'm just going to go through and kind of tap the platforms. I can go through. I can also place enemies. A lot of people want to chat, so he's really just trying to speed run this game. So, this channel, right? You guys gotta go to this channel and actually play these games right now.
No, don't leave us. You could, but please, please follow Glenn around more.
Yeah.
All right, now we have to go.
Now they're gonna leave. I ruined it. I'll never get a mic again. That was awesome.
All right, here's Glenn.
messing around. All right, so we were on our way to Strange Brigade. I'm gonna see if I can go over there, and we're gonna have a look at it. So, sorry. So see, that's why I don't have a selfie stick. But, hi.
Hey.
So we are. Let me stand this way so you can look at Strange Brigade. Yeah, great. So I have a little tiny mic. We're live right now on the Xbox.
Oh, wow.
Screen.
Hey.
And
Hey, Xbox.
you want to introduce yourself?
Actually, now I'm here with Rebellion, and we're certainly.
And Strange Brigade, when's that launching? Next year sometime?
Oh no, it is out now on Xbox One. It came out on Tuesday, so we're just 2 days into the game being out.
Oh, cool. And so for people who aren't familiar with Rebellion, you guys have done a couple other massive games on our platform.
Yeah, so we've been around for a long time. Sniper Elite 4 is the sort of last big game we did for you guys. We also done like Rogue Trooper Redux as well. Sniper Elite 3 as well. That's what we have a trilogy. Yeah. So that was full player co-op inside the Strange Brigade. And so kind of continuing that kind of ethos, we really like people having the option to play on their own, playing together as well.
Cool. So how are you guys feeling about the launch? I'm excited.
It's been amazing. Like when I joined the company, just knocking the camera. It was about 3.5 years ago. This game was just sort of starting out, and now we're here. And everyone's really enjoying it. Loads of people playing it. Loads of people are having a great time. And
Listen out a little bit more.
Sorry, yeah.
We're getting a directional input from Alex.
Worried about the mic.
Good? Keep going?
yeah. So
Actually,
it's really nice to make a game that we feel is like a bit different to everything else out there. It's kind of flavour of 1930s action adventure, like British Saturday movies, old comics. It's very distinctive. There aren't really games that look like Strange Brigade in terms of this really unusual sort of cartoony action adventure feel. And, absolutely, we have this narrator who's talking all the way through the game, and he'll comment as you're playing through. He even talks when you pause the game. So if you pause, you'll go, "Are you taking a rest? Play the game." So it's got that kind of like self-deprecation humor to it as well.
Obviously, you guys are masters of control and shooting, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, not me, I've got nothing to do with it at all. But yeah, like, there's also stuff looking at it. And whilst we know shooting is a big part of Strange Brigade, obviously the main source behind shooting is also supernatural powers in the game. So you remember the Strange Brigade has this amulet that can draw in like souls from the enemies and then use that to have special powers. So they can like want them to movements from that just like find every enemy in the area and just throw it through and kill them. Or you have like one where you punch into the ground and it does like a massive radial attack. My favourite one in the whole game is the one that turns all the enemies into chickens.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Look for Archie.
The game, I put it outside. It looks stunning. You guys are
absolutely, Xbox One X parts, really basically 4K. And it's really cool to have a game that's as good as possible.
As long as you've got an Xbox One X and a nice 4K TV and you're looking for a showcase title, so maybe friends over and you're like, this is why you own it. I don't know what. Oh, did you not hear any of the things we said recently? Okay, so anyway, I'm sure it was all.
It was all really important.
If you guys missed it, basically what I was talking about, the fact is that the game is enhanced for 4K. It's HDR. If you have an Xbox One X and you're really looking for a showcase title to really show
absolutely
how amazing a game can look.
And if you're looking for a game to play with your friends or to play on your own, this has got everything.
So it's four player, right? Did you mention that?
For the whole campaign. One's 4 players, so you can play on your own if you want to, or you can play with your friends. It can drop in, drop out across the whole campaign.
Oh, okay.
So that's a really
so
cool
if I
thing.
play for a while and I decided my friends suck and I don't want to play with them anymore, they can just kick them out.
Kick them out.
Okay, cool. It's good to know.
Or if you been playing on your own, you feel like actually I need a bit of help.
Yeah.
Get your friends in.
Oh, cool.
And you can also play with strangers across the Xbox Live. So yeah,
awesome. Well, the game looks great. Congratulations on the
Thank you
launch.
so much.
And so this is Strange Brigade. It's out now. I think it launched Tuesday, right?
Tuesday.
So
out now.
yeah, fantastic.
Please buy it.
All right. So thanks for talking to
Thank
us.
you.
We're gonna keep roaming on here. I'm gonna actually hand this to Suzanne to talk for a minute.
Oh, goody.
And I'm gonna hold the stick.
Hey, what's up? Oh, I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'm giving you a shot on the mic.
Thank you.
And we're gonna.
Where are we gonna go
find
next?
somebody else.
Let's see.
Should we go to Ashen?
Let's go to Ashen. It's also conveniently close to Alex.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Hey, do you mind recording for like 10 seconds to talk to? We're live on the Xbox stream on the Mixer channel here.
Yeah, here we go.
And
Looping around.
Can you just introduce yourself to our audience here?
Sure. Hi, I'm David. I'm the lead environment artist on Ashen,
Cool.
just behind us.
And Ashen is being developed by Aurora 44 and published by Annapurna, and it's coming. We haven't announced the date yet, but relatively soon,
this
right?
year.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Yeah.
Cool. And you guys are based in New Zealand, right?
Yeah, we're based down in Wellington.
Cool. So,
I'm gonna trade with you. I'm gonna so you guys can all be in the shot.
Oh, okay.
No, I'll hold the camera. There we
so
go.
that's another Alex.
There it is.
Okay, cool.
There we go.
All
There
right,
we go.
here we
Got
go.
it?
We're trying a different camera technique
Yeah.
here. So.
We're learning.
So if somebody's not familiar with the game, like the game is two-person co-op, but you can randomly be paired with people. Is that right?
Yeah, so it's got a passive multiplayer system. So as you're out in the open world, nice big open world for you to explore, you'll just seamlessly connect with someone. You'll be running through a forest or some ruins, and someone will just run into your game. And then you go on a journey with them if you want to. If you decide not to, you can just run away and find somewhere else to go. But it's definitely, the whole game is based around forging these meaningful relationships. There's parts of the world that you need someone to go to be able to get into those things. And
Cool. And so the game on a scale of 1 to 10, and like for me, I usually am about a 2 or 3 in terms of my abilities. This is not the easiest game, right? This is one that's a little challenging.
Yeah, it is a little bit challenging. Definitely, if you choose to go the solo route, it's going to be very challenging. The whole game's kind of balanced towards co-op.
Yeah.
But some people will be able to get into it and get pretty good. Some people will find it challenging. It's got the stamina-based combat, which some people might not be familiar with, which could be a bit of a steep learning curve. But,
cool. The game looks amazing. You've gone with no faces, right?
Yes, that's right.
What's the thinking? What's the theory there?
So it kind of goes with this along the similar lines of the passive multiplayer. When you go out into the world and meet someone, you don't meet their avatar. They will take on the form of someone from your town. So the game becomes very personal, and what we didn't want to happen is for someone to be able to come in and ruin that immersion. So if someone in your town is like nice and a passive kind of character, and then but you connect with someone that has a scar running down their face, or something, it can kind of predetermine who that character is. Where if you take the face off, it becomes a blank slate, and the person that's playing the game is able to project themselves onto those characters and kind of make the story a lot more personal and meaningful towards themselves.
Oh, cool. And so Aurora 44, this is the first game that you guys have done, right?
Correct.
And it's a lot of people in Aurora 44 out of Weta and out of the film industry out of New Zealand?
Yeah, well, that's kind of where the base core group of people when they got started came from Weta. Since then, we're up to about 40 people, so we've kind of had to go out and find some people, but there are definitely a lot of people.
Like, is it all New Zealanders still, or do you guys bring some people?
No, we've got a lot of Australians. We've got some UK people.
Okay.
All over the place, really.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Well, we're super excited for the game. I personally am. I've been tracking this one for a while. We had 2 of you guys on stage E3, 2 years ago? Is it 3 years ago?
It's 2015.
2015.
Yeah.
3 years ago. Wow.
Yeah.
So
it's been in development for a while.
Alex is pulling my mic away further and further away. But anyway, so
She's making the shot perfect.
yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah. So the game is Ashen. It's from Aurora 44 and being published by Annapurna. Will be coming to Xbox soonish.
Yeah.
And it looks fantastic. So looking forward to it. Thanks so much for talking to us.
Thanks.
Yeah. So
Let's go check out Alex.
let's go check out Alex.
Yeah,
Where's Alex?
Alex.
Oh, there's Alex. So can we talk about the cart?
Yeah.
No? So
Gamers Outreach.
yeah, so this is a Gamers Outreach cart. It's kind of they're used in hospitals to bring games around to kids, and so it's a charity. If you're interested, check them out. They're definitely a worthy place to donate some money if you're looking for a good gaming related cause. And I think we're going to take a minute to throw back to Alex for a video or trailer or something while we go line up our next couple of interviews.
Yeah, so stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Xbox Mixer channel. Can we interview you guys? Talk about the game?
Yeah, sure. What's
Is that
your
cool?
Hi, I'm Simon.
Yeah, hi, Glenn. Yeah, can we? We're broadcasting on the Xbox Mixer channel. Can we interview you about the game?
Yeah, sure.
I'd love
Cool.
to show off your cosplayer too. Okay.
Ah,
You'd like to
cool.
show off our
Right next to it.
other member?
I'm not sure if we're live yet. I think Alex is going to give me a thumbs up. Let me just see. We're live. I got a thumbs up over in the corner there. So,
Hey guys. Hey, we're over here with Black Desert, with the wonderful team behind Black Desert. We have Simon.
Nice to meet you all.
Simon's the community manager for Black Desert. You
Yep.
want to tell us a little bit about what we've got here today?
So today we've got well, what's the best way to describe it? We've got a demo going on. Black Desert is an MMO. We have 6 classes available: the Berserker, Warrior, Ranger, Wizard, Witch, Sorceress, and players are going to be able to take on the Blood Monastery and take out clerics, and there's a boss that they can summon as well.
And which class is being represented by this lovely
This
person?
is our Black Spirit. This is the main quest giver in the game. This is one of his advanced forms. This is the advanced form. You see him later on in the game, and I'm not sure whether he's evil or good. It's kind of undecided.
Okay. I don't think you can tell me from behind your mask whether you're evil or good.
It's really hard to pick
What
up
are
anybody's sounds.
the mannequins that are on the necklace all about?
You know, I would have no idea.
That's
I'd have to
fair.
ask our designer for that.
It's all part of the costume.
Yeah, it is all part of the costume. But it looks kind of nice. They're just like, it's human shaped figures.
Yep.
So further going down that evil route of what it looks like.
We've seen a lot of Black Desert in some previous events. How much do we have here on the floor?
So at E3, we had most of the map open. This time we've just kind of compressed it down a little bit. We've given like a very small area that players can play in. Just because if you're wandering around everywhere, it takes a long time, and there's a lot of, because there's no fast travel in the game, it does take a long time to walk from place to place.
Yeah, sure.
So we've tried this time to give a very compact combat demo.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what have we been announcing recently about Black Desert? Cool new things.
Cool new things. We've shown off the character customization,
Nice.
which is really, really in depth. You can make asymmetrical characters, which is something you don't usually see.
Asymmetrical means what
So
exactly?
what you can change, you can have one side of the face looking like one thing and another side of the face looking like another. So you can make more
Nice.
natural looking faces, because you know how nobody really has a symmetrical face. So
Yeah.
the game allows for that kind of thing.
Does that open up other opportunities for gameplay as well, or is it purely
It's
about
purely
customization?
cosmetic.
So you can look however you want.
Yeah, our tagline is become your true self, and the idea is you can make any character look however you want it to look.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There's
Cool.
been a lot of time and effort put into making it, and it's really fun to play with. And one of the things is like why we don't show it at games, things like this, is
Yeah.
because you can easily spend an hour or two creating a character.
Right.
By the time someone's created a character, it's like, oh, it's time to go. I'll see you all later.
Yeah.
So
It's an MMO. You're supposed to play it forever.
yeah, I know. You're supposed to play it for a very long time.
Well, that's great. Thank you so much for talking to us
No
a little
problem.
bit. We'll let you get back to showing off the game a little bit, and thank you for coming. All right,
right.
where are we going to go next, Glenn?
I think we're gonna keep going. Hi, we're gonna keep going down this way. There are a lot of great games here. So here's where the water tastes like wine. We'll come back here in a little bit. We've got Bad North from Raw Fury. It's right there. Over here we've got For the King, and you're gonna, what is this, Remy Lore? Yeah. And over here we've got Tunic. It's one of our favorite games. It's been we've been shown in a couple events, and it's on a black screen. There we go.
Yeah.
Hey, would you mind being interviewed? Can we interview?
I can do that.
All right.
Want me to hold
So we are live right now. It's a good thing you said yes. We are live right now. It's the other way around.
Sorry.
Yeah, there we go. Yes, that's Suzanne's all pro there.
I'm wondering.
We're on the Mixer channel. So here we are. Do you want to introduce yourself for our audience?
I can do
And
that. My name is Becca Saltzman, and I run a small independent studio called Finji. we develop games internally and we also publish. So we brought out Night in the Woods last year. Our next title to be launched is Overland, and then Tunic is our new publishing project that we announced actually at E3.
And Night in the Woods was easily one of my favorite games of the last year. It was such a fantastic experience. If you guys haven't checked out Night in the Woods, it's really special game.
I played a little bit of it.
Really? Just a little?
Just a little.
Just one or two
Only several hundred hours.
So did you actually get good at the music? That was the thing.
I am awful.
Yeah, I know.
So
I
bad.
played the whole thing twice to get different. There's a section that you can only get when you play the second time. Obviously, you know that, but anyway. But yeah, I never got good at the music. I'm really bad at that. I have no timing, but
I'm awful.
So the game you're showing here is called.
So good.
Yeah, it's Tunic. Do you want to just kind of give us a 1,000-foot view of what kind of game it is?
So you play as a tiny fox in a very big world. You kind of wash up on this island, and then you are discovering secrets. You're adventuring through the island, and you're fighting bad guys. A lot of really good combat. We provide you with a lot of tools to combat, or to your combat. So the way sort of that you get through this island can change depending on how you want to play.
All right. And it's from a
pretty
really,
fun.
really huge dev studio, right?
Huge.
Thousands of people.
There are like thousands of humans working on this, all of them named Andrew Schuldice.
Right.
So yeah,
you
it's
didn't
made
get
by
the
one guy.
One guy, which is amazing. Because it's a huge game, right? It's not like a little, it's got to be like a passion project he's been working on for years, right?
Yeah. I think he may have showed it to us 2014, maybe 2015. He approached us actually at a GDC and kind of blew him off, which was really funny and awkward.
Yeah.
But then, he continued to email us afterwards, and we played this very tiny, just sort of it wasn't even a proof of concept at that point. It was just like a fox and some combat.
Yeah.
It was in one arena, and we're like, wow, who is this kid? He's not a kid, he's our age. But we refer to everyone as kids. But we ended up just sort of mentoring them for years. And then when this project got so big, and we were again mentoring them actually at a GDC a year or two ago, it felt obvious at that point that he needed more people just to sort of take over the business part of things. And consoles take a lot of time and energy, and it was we just kind of do that. We're good at it because we sort of run our own little tiny studio.
That's what you do.
That's what we do.
Yeah, I mean the game to me, if you kind of are a fan of, it's not exactly like Zelda obviously, but if you're a fan of kind of traditional Zelda, it just kind of sucks you in right away. It's got this kind of familiar, like you're meeting an old friend kind of thing to me.
Yeah, we grew up in the 80s and 90s, so the idea we just grew up with Zelda. Zelda grew up with us, and that's where Andrew's coming from as well. There is a bit of nostalgia and familiarity, and there's a reason for that. It's because you make things that you know, but it diverts quickly from Zelda. It's got a fox. He's wearing a green outfit, and the things that we've shown you have you going through a forest. But we don't have our dungeons. We don't have sort of the the puzzles, move things around and open things up. That just doesn't exist. This is more combat driven. It's hard. I have to practice even to get through the demo. I'm pretty bad at it. And then the combat later on is, I saw a ton of it, and obviously I see the development of it. The tools that you have access to are so just innovative and fun, even later in the game.
Awesome.
So
And so Andrew did all the art too, right?
Yeah, and he was not an artist.
Wow, because the fox is so. we were talking before. I was when you walk through a room, or when you see people walk through a room with a lot of games, the fox just pops. Everybody's oh, what's that? So it's did such a great job with the animation on that.
Yeah, and he's not an animator and he's not an artist. He's a programmer, and that's what he worked in before. And he has taught himself how to do all this. So the very first thing we saw was, we call it Dorito Chip Fox. And it was this little triangle, and that's what he started out as. And the fox has gone through several iterations since, but if you met Andrew, and I'm really sad he's not here, he's in Halifax, it's a 5-hour. We just don't bring him to the West Coast unless we have to, because he gets jet lagged, and then we lose dev time, and that sucks.
Got to keep chained to his desk.
Yeah,
work.
Exactly. We bring him to East. He's such a charming and whimsical and just lovely human.
Yeah.
And when you see the fox move, and then Andrew, you're just oh man, so much of his personality is just in his love for things to be charming and beautiful and, you know, kind of cute. But at the same time, he has like this obsession with the way things move and the way the combat works. Like he has, we call it game feel. We call them game feel programmers. Like when we're looking for someone like that feels really crisp and good when you play, and he is an exceptional game feel programmer. Which is just they're few and far between. Tommy Ruffinen is actually Super Meat Boy. Tommy is also an incredible game feel programmer.
Yeah. Does the fox have a name?
It probably does, and I don't know it.
Well, we will save that as a secret for when the game comes out. And it's coming out. It's a while, right? It's not going to come out next month.
No. We have over a year. I'm sorry. Games take forever.
Something to look forward to. So, anyway, thank you so much for talking to us. The game is called Tunic. We will also be showing in the show floor at PAX, so you can
also in my booth
check
too.
out there, and in the Finji booth as well. So lots of opportunities to play it if you can't make it over tonight. Thanks again for talking to us.
Thank you.
We're gonna keep moving on here. You want to? So this is Bendy and the Ink Machine. We haven't arranged with anybody to talk to us, so we will try and grab them here in a second. Yeah. Really look at it. Hold that for 1 second.
Sure. Glenn's gonna work his magic.
Doug?
Sorry, Glenn. Yeah. So let me get the microphone.
Should I get rid of this?
Product placement. No, that's fine. That's we'll. So I totally blindsided.
Oh, we've been doing this whole time. Got it.
Yes, we have. We're live. We're live right now. And it's David, right?
Hi, yes, I'm David. Glenn.
Glenn, yes.
Yes,
we actually have
known each other for a long time.
Yes. And Dave, you're with Rooster Teeth, right?
I am. That's
correct.
correct.
The Rooster Teeth jacket.
Yeah. I don't normally wear branded stuff, but every now and then when you get something that looks as cool as this, it's like, well, why not, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you get it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just actually really cheap. I just wear whatever shirts they give me, so
Nice.
So the game we're talking about here is Bendy and the Ink Machine, which is a game that I personally have been following on PC for 2 years?
That's the magic word. You get a medal.
Look at that! I got look at that. Awesome.
And we have one for the audience. If the audience will reach out and grab it, there you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
So it's a game that it's the streamers are just all over. Like the streamers that like my daughter watches, like they play it even now, and it's been several years. They still play it all the time. So that was pretty cool.
It's a phenomenon, and our audience are kids, kids of all ages. I know plenty of adults that are my age and even older that play it, but the main audience has been the 6 to 12-year-old audience, and it's fantastic. I mean, we're making a horror game for children, right?
Yeah.
And they're eating it up.
Better than that.
And it's funny because there's jump scares in there. There's times where I've jumped out of my seat when I've been playing it.
Yeah.
And it's fun. It's a fun game, but I think it kind of touches a nice little nerve that you want to get tickled every now and then. Right?
And I don't know if you guys can see it from the shot, but the game has such a unique visual look to it. It's like you're in a kind of a 3D cartoon.
Yeah.
What do you call it? Like I guess hand drawn or something. I'm not sure what
Yeah. It's funny. The last game I worked on was also had a hand drawn look to it. This is set in the 1930s cartoon studio, animation studio, Joey Drew Studios, if you will.
Yeah.
And the main character is Henry. And he receives a letter from his old boss, Joey Drew, and he asked him to come back to the old studio because he discovered something, found something, and he wanted to show it to him. And so when he gets back to his old job, he sees that it's all decrepit and something's changed. And so now he's trying to investigate what that is.
Yeah.
And it's a nice little horror game. Again, for children, nothing better than scaring kids.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. It's perfect.
That's what we do.
And who is this right here?
So this is Alice Angel. She's our cosplay. She's cosplaying as Alice Angel.
Oh, okay.
Her name's Citrus Bell is what her professional name is.
Okay, cool.
And she created the costume herself. And
can we get you on our?
Come on over here.
Here on the Xbox.
Wave.
Hello, Xbox.
Hello. And you're very scary.
I'm
in a great way. That's. you're cosplaying which character?
I'm Alice Angel from Bendy and the Ink Machine.
Cool.
I love sending you on errands, so just do my errands for me and there will be no death. Good.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow, this is, and I don't know if you guys can see this on the stream, but my God, that makeup is really solid there. That's kind of scary.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. So.
Cool.
It's a lot of fun to do.
And you guys have not announced a ship date yet on Xbox, right?
Well, we've announced that it's coming out in October this year. So, but it's coming out. I'll say it, October 26th on Xbox.
Oh, look, we're breaking news
there
on
you
our
go.
stream.
That's
October
right.
26th. On
October
Xbox.
26th on Xbox, physical product as well as digital. So,
Oh, cool.
Okay. Really simultaneously, and if I can plug GameStop, because in North America it's exclusive at GameStop. So.
Oh, okay.
And by the way, for those of you that might care at all, I also voiced Joey Drew in the game itself.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
Oh, that's
So,
awesome. I didn't know
so
that.
just thought I'd throw that out there for the few fans that might actually be few Joey Drew fans. There's no Joey Drew fans.
Yeah,
there's
there's
Bendy fans out there, or whatever. But but yeah, so it's a lot of fun. I've been doing voices in the games that I've been making over the last 21 years in the industry.
Okay.
I keep the tradition alive of taking away jobs from actual voice actors and getting the role of myself.
Oh, I'm
So-
sure the
so
Screen
there you
Actors
go.
Guild appreciates that.
Well, what's great is that I don't pay myself to do it, so I work for free.
Yeah, so that's awesome. So Bendy and the Ink Machine is the name of the game. Coming out, you just told me the date, I forgot, October 26th.
October 26th. It's a Friday, yeah.
It's a Friday.
Right before Halloween.
Yeah, and this is what I'm really looking forward to.
Well, I tell you what, you got the hookup. Just give me a shout, and I'll give you a free copy. I'll
Oh,
toss it
yeah.
on your way.
Oh, thanks. And here's Chris Trella. If you met Chris Trella from ID Xbox, trying to put a bomb on.
I think he was trying to make an exit.
So, cool. Bendy and the Ink Machine. Check it out, October 26th. And we are going to throw back to Alex, I hope. I can't see him way back there, so I'm assuming he's giving me a thumbs up. So he's going to do something, and then we'll be back in just a minute.
Rated T for Teen.
Well, this is jolly nice. What a glorious day for adventuring alone or together. Oh, crikey, mummies! Never a moment's peace when you're a globe-trotting adventurer. How will the Strange Brigade ever get out of this?
Back off, Chuck!
Looks like they have a plan.
This'll sort you.
My, absorbing the souls of the undead. By the power of Ra! The Strange Brigade certainly have some strange tricks up their sleeve. Mummies and malevolent mechanisms. The Strange Brigade have their work cut out for them, ho-ho! An impossible obstacle. Sinister symbols and portentous pressure pads. What wondrous treasure lies beyond this obfuscating obstacle? A phantom pharaoh! Oh, lummy! That made me spill my Earl Grey. Breaking out the big guns, eh? And what's this? Flamethrowers? Crossbows? Grenade launchers? Paranormal pirates? What terrifying task awaits our heroes here, then?
Leave this to me.
Aha! A path opens! What brutal behemoth is this? Only one group of heroes remains fearless in the face of unspeakable ancient evil. The Strange Brigade!
Rated T for Teen.
Well, this is jolly nice. What a glorious day for adventuring alone or together. Oh, crikey, mummies! Never a moment's peace when you're a globe-trotting adventurer. How will the Strange Brigade ever get out of this?
Back off, Chuck!
Looks like they have a plan.
This'll sort you.
My, absorbing the souls of the undead. By the power of Ra! The Strange Brigade certainly have some strange tricks up their sleeve. Mummies and malevolent mechanisms. The Strange Brigade have their work cut out for them, ho-ho! An impossible obstacle. Sinister symbols and portentous pressure pads. What wondrous treasure lies beyond this obfuscating obstacle? A phantom pharaoh! Oh, lummy! That made me spill my Earl Grey. Breaking out the big guns, eh? And what's this? Flamethrowers? Crossbows? Grenade launchers? Paranormal pirates? What terrifying task awaits our heroes here, then?
Leave this to me.
Aha! A path opens! What brutal behemoth is this? Only one group of heroes remains fearless in the face of unspeakable ancient evil. The Strange Brigade!
There we go. We're live? Live now? Live? That actually, usually I ask that question because I don't know, but that time I got thankful. So, okay, so here we are. Welcome back, everybody. Hi. I'm standing here with David from Bohemia, and we're going to be looking at a new game that's called Vigor that is out now. People can actually play it now through the Xbox Game Preview program.
That's correct.
Right? and there's a trial associated with it. So the good thing about a game being Xbox Game Preview is you get to play it early, and you get to provide feedback to the developer, and you can actually influence the development of the game. But you can also try the game out for, is it an hour?
It's actually 2 hours in case of Bigger. So there is a 2-hour free trial for everyone, and then the option to purchase the Founders Pack.
Yeah. So it gives you an opportunity to see, if you're comfortable with the level of development, because you guys are going to keep working on the game throughout the preview process.
Yeah. So the game is scheduled to come out and release fully in February next year.
Okay.
And in the meantime, we plan 1 or 2 big updates, in between some small patches with some bug fixes and so on.
Okay.
So there will be content updates going on before now in February next year, when the game will be fully released.
Oh, okay. So for people who aren't familiar with the game, can you just tell us kind of what type of game it is and what you do in it?
The game is match-based, loot and shoot, basically. It's about going out to maps like this one we are connecting into, explore the map, gather some valuable loot, especially resources for your shelter, because the shelter is not only your home base, but your whole progression system in the game. You build various improvements, and they help you, they give you bonuses, advantages, make your life easier in the game, so it's easier to survive in the hostile environment. Because all those matches, they are against other players.
Okay.
There are other people out there. And
So now we're
will
in the
try
game
to
now.
kill.
So this is your home base?
No, we actually already left the home base,
you did? Okay.
and now we are in the map called Glontheim Valley. We are very near the possible location of the airdrop. It will come eventually, so I can place my marker into the map to be able to see where I want to go.
Okay.
And the whole map, it's a beautiful map, is for me to explore and try not to get killed by one of the other players that are there.
So this is Norway?
The game is placed in Norway, but the levels are actually heavily inspired by the Norway environment and architecture. They are not one-to-one copies on real-life locations.
Oh, okay.
But the inspiration is strong.
Yeah. And so it's objective-based, so it's not really necessarily about killing everybody else on that.
Not at all. There is no explicit reward for killing. If I kill a player, I can get his stuff. But on the other hand, the game doesn't really reward me in any other way for that. So this is more valuable, in fact. So we kind of try to build a game where killing is not a focus. We have a lot of weapons, we have a lot of stuff that you can do with them, but at the end of the day, the shelter progression is what matters. Trying to get your airdrop is what matters, but not necessarily killing each other or trying to be the biggest wolf out there.
Right. And so what do you get from the airdrops?
The airdrop contains a box that you can open in your shelter, and in the box there is a randomized set of rewards. It can contain weapons, consumables, various resources, even a whole bunch of materials, and most importantly, weapon blueprints. And when you get them, you can craft new guns just for materials by yourself.
Can you drop anywhere on the map, so you could be quite far from the airdrop at the beginning of the map?
You can. That's why we tell you at the beginning where the airdrop is going to be.
Okay.
Because you usually spawn in the outskirts of the map, but the airdrop is quite often somewhere in the middle. But there's enough time to get in. As you can see, I'm already, in the vicinity. So we give players enough time and enough information to be able to decide what strategy they want to take. On the other hand, we won't tell you some things intentionally. So, for example, I don't know if other players are still around or they may have left. They may have been killed, but I don't know because we have no kill feed. And that kind of builds the tension, There may be someone sneaking up on me, and I don't know. So that's exactly what I was talking about. And I really like this because it's kind of too far for my weapon and my skill in aiming. and the guy doesn't really. I kind of even doubt that he was the one who was shooting at me. But it's definitely, since my location is known, that may be a good idea to get around.
And it's all individuals, right? You don't go into teams?
We want to add a co-op mode in the future. We will start with just duos, so we will be able to join with one other and then just, enjoy the game together. That's what we are gamers do, and games tend to be better with friends, right?
Right. So you found some good stuff here?
Yeah, it was actually really good. The guy was running over there, but there may be others nearby.
Right. So Bohemia has another little game now, right? Another game Spud Good might have heard of, right?
Ah, you mean Daisy, right?
Daisy was launched yesterday?
It is yesterday, yeah, August 29.
Yeah.
Even Daisy is now in the game preview.
Yeah.
We are super excited about it. Well, we are a different team within the company working on this game, a separate team from the one working on Daisy.
So you guys just totally hate the Daisy team?
No. Like, we just spent a wonderful time together at Gamescom, so it was really good to meet with other people from the company.
Are you
there's
in
a lot of
locations?
Yes, we are.
I see. Okay.
But there's a lot of like sharing of experience between the teams, cooperation. So the thought that we are one company is still preserved.
Now this is pretty interesting to have two pretty intense, pretty big games and game previews at the same time for the company. A lot going on.
It's pretty exciting, and it follows the whole idea of the company to work with its community, because we really like to put the games, even when they are not polished or finished, out there, because then we can get a feedback and make the game better based on what people really like or don't like, because they are usually very vocal. Okay. I think I want to get out of here. I just found an AKM, which is a pretty valuable gun.
So you're not going to wait for the drops?
No. This is actually what people can do, and I'm happy that it happened to us. So originally I was planning to go for the airdrop, but I'm not going to do that.
Because what you got was more valuable.
Because I got a really good gun, and I decided that for me in this particular case it's more beneficial to preserve it. So I just ignored the airdrop. There will be others fighting over it, and I don't want to be part of the fight. So I can just leave the map. I can get something more, and and that's another thing. I can suspect that players who are still alive will go for the airdrop now, which just landed. So I can kinda safely loot, because I can expect that I won't meet anyone else. And
so then you're gonna go down to the very south part of the map and escape.
But I will do one more thing. Since the airdrop is marked when it's on the ground, it's also marked differently. The mark turns yellow and then disappears when it's taken. So I know if someone's grabbed it, and I can wait.
So nobody's grabbed. So now someone.
And now it's grabbed. Okay. So I know that there were people indeed. And the only thing that I need to consider right now is the direction the one with the airdrop will take to escape. It might be that he will be running behind me, so I can eventually lay a trap, hide somewhere, try to surprise him. Yes, probably on the other side of the road. So that's the Bohemia approach in basically what to do in games. We don't really tell you what to do. We want you to decide. We just give you a playground and a set of rules. Okay, there's running up north, so I'm safe.
Oh, you were able to see the character on the other opponent now?
The yellow marker was briefly seen in the north area of the map. So I should be completely fine in here. So we give you sort of rules like there will be a radiation. And I'm actually running right into it, so because there's an arrow in the top right, bottom right corner in the map, which means that from that direction the radiation wave will come out, and the radiation, once I will probably wait for it to showcase it, it will lower my maximum HP, eventually killing me. Right now I'm inside of the radiation wave, which I know because of this like effect on the screen. So I probably want to leave the map before it kills me, but I still have a minute and a half before that happens. So I'm fine. That's again like it's a mechanic that will eventually kill everyone, but it works in a way that the players still can work around it, like decide to run through the radiation, sacrifice some of their HP, and be able to use that to their advantage. So now I know I've gathered some stuff. I found a valuable gun that I'm really happy about. The AKM.
Oh, okay, cool. And he's playing on Alex's account, so Alex just got a really valuable. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. The game is called Vigor. It's out now in game preview. You can check it out for 2 hours, and for free. Free trial, and then see what you think, and then keep following it as we go through game preview, and until eventually you said it's going to launch roughly early next year.
Yeah, around February.
So this is your home base, right?
If you want to, we can take a bit of a look onto that.
I'll see that.
So this ruined something that pretends to be a house. It's your home base, and you want to repair it, rebuild it, and make it pretty and make it useful. So you built various improvements. I will just briefly take a look.
So Alex has done no work on the roof, so he's going to start getting some water damage.
Yeah, but he managed to, for example, build this wood log, which is hidden in here, and it generates materials, and it's kept because it hasn't been interacted with for a while. So now I have 320 materials more, and that's how the improvements may help me. And they are physically present in the scene, so when there is more built, the area will become prettier because there will be stuff around. And as you progress with the shelter improvements, the shelter itself will become more pretty and more repaired. So we can take a look to how it works. So there is the shelter progression tree, and I can build various improvements. I cannot actually build this one, although I have the materials, because I need to make these better and upgrade the shelter itself. So there's a sort of progression system. There are some dependencies and some decisions to make about the progression. But I will build this because I have materials for that. Then I can adjust my loadout in here, for example, store this gun so I cannot lose it immediately, and keep using, the basic SMG. Make sure I have some armor, put some remaining back there. Of course, I can adjust how I look. So there are some customizations that we are going to expand in the next big patch. And about the airdrop, when I get a wooden crate, I will open it in this menu, and as you can see, there is a set of 9 randomized rewards. And when I open the crate, I will always get 3 out of the 9. And if I get them, they get crossed out, so I won't get them again. Eventually, I know that next time I get the airdrop, I get the 3 remaining, rewards. So. 1,000 materials, 50 materials, and a blueprint for one of the weapons. So, based on this information, I can decide if the airdrop is valuable for me and I really, really want to get that, or if I can, wait for it a bit longer and focus on getting resources for shelter improvements in here. So again, you have the information, and it's up to you to decide what's important for you.
Cool. All right. Awesome. Well, thanks so much. This has been great.
Thank you.
And great meeting you. And the game's called Vigor, as I mentioned.
Nice to meet you.
So yeah. So Alex, what are we doing? We're going to a trailer. Alex is like, sure, what are we doing? Okay. Cool. All right. We're gonna go to trailer, and then I guess Suzanne and I will be roaming again here in a second. We'll see you in a minute. So thanks again.
Thanks again.
See you in a second, everybody.
See you.
You was the big-time journalist. Finally got a real story. Right, keep your head down.
But that is for the country to decide. With immigration at the heart of this debate and so many opposing the change, is it... Scarlet, what did you do? I understand we didn't see eye to eye, but I never thought you'd go this far.
How dare you put this on me? The people need to know that their government is lying to them.
The people on our doorstep want to hurt us. There's rioting in the streets, for God's sake.
Just know I'm going to do anything in my power to stop you.
You can't see this right now, but you don't have another choice here.
Charles, what the hell have you done?
Hey, we're back, and I'm here with Steve from Motion Twin, and we are playing Dead Cells. And God, Alex is unlocked.
Whoa, this is a good bunch of stuff here. Unlocked. We got some trailers.
I like 6 hours a game, and I don't have that much time. Alex is so, how about you? You play at home? You have like every single thing unlocked?
They haven't actually, because the problem with when you're part of the development team is that you have to test all of the new updates.
Yeah.
And so you're always restarting the run right from the beginning.
Yeah.
So about the only time I ever have anything unlocked is when I type in like developer cheats and unlock the stuff, which aren't in the public version. So don't ask me.
So for everybody who watches our stream regularly, you'll probably remember that I completely embarrassed myself playing this game about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was very you did embarrass yourself.
You made fun of me the entire time.
I did make I'm a bit of a scumbag when it comes to that.
I've actually got a lot better since then, but not this good.
Well, that's the whole point of the game. I mean, we really try to make the game so that it teaches you with each run a little bit more. Oh yes, there's other teams and stuff like that. A little bit more about the mechanics. Like, so the idea is, okay, I just got hit, so I'm going to learn next time I need to roll. And each run is really about your personal skills. You're going to unlock stuff that's going to stay with you between the runs, but you're also going to learn things that will hopefully stay with you for the rest of your time.
Now, I'm just noticing something that you've done that I don't do. If you do that drop attack, does that stun the enemies? Did I see that right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
How do you not know this?
I don't know, because I'm pretty stupid, I guess.
Yeah, so this, the dive attack is my favorite way to get around. It just feels so awesome when you jump down and smash the guys in the head. And also the same thing with pro tip with the doors. If you actually shoot the door or hit a door, it's going to explode. Like I can do it right now from here. The door just exploded in that guy's face.
Oh, yeah, we have that. Okay. Awesome, yeah, I'll definitely stop that.
what the secrets are too.
Yeah.
Through that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know where is it? It's
Alex.
I don't know where Alex is up to, so I'm sort of just like getting everything that I can. Like, I'm gonna take. Like, I have a particular play style. My motto is cheese it when you can. So I play tactics, the purple color, and I just use everything tactics where I can.
And I noticed you're not speedrunning it, so you're not going to get to that. But you don't really need to at this point. You got
Well, that's it. I'm not going to speedrun this particular run because, like I said, I don't know where he's up to, so I'm kind of like waiting to see. Maybe if I die, maybe I'll do a speedrun.
I got to say though, the fact that you are able to talk and play like at that level is pretty impressive.
Yeah, I'm getting good at it. I died miserably on the stage at E3 the other day. That was pretty terrible. I came up to a trap room and the guys were talking to me and I was like, alright, hang on a second, I need to concentrate. And even though I'd stopped talking, I still managed to get some up and smashed by a bunch of traps. That was fun.
So you're not a Shield fan either. You're a Range Weapon fan.
Well, I mean, the Shield has always been like a controversial sort of weapon in the office because for me it slows down the pacing of the game. So I like to move as fast as I can, particularly because we set the game up so that you can speedrun it.
Yeah.
I like to try and race through. Plus, I suck at Dark Souls, so it's not like a playstyle that I'm super familiar with.
Yeah.
But yeah, tactics. That's what's up for me.
So you're actually cleaning this level out.
Yeah, I'm gonna because there's this turret up here that I want to get. So I don't know how long we got to play because I'll play this thing all day.
Yeah, no, we got some time. Let's go for it.
Alright, so alright, now I'm done.
A couple more souls here.
Yep, exactly. Where's my nearest? Here we go. So, clean it out. Which way should I go? Sewers? Oh no, I didn't.
Sewers?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to sewers. It's always interesting to go through. That way I can try and get to the boss that no one gets to see anymore. We changed the organization of the bosses around at some stage.
Oh, really?
So you used to have to fight Conflicted Committees, or what we used to call the Watcher.
Yeah.
And now the only time you have to fight her is when you're trying to unlock the runes at the beginning of the game, because you have to go through her region to get those runes. So you fight her a lot, and then not a lot of people go through that area. Alright, let's see.
Comment in the chat, by the way. I don't see the chat. Maybe is there anything in the chat we should be responding to?
Question about, is this a dungeon crawler, side scroller, RPG?
Oh.
Yes.
Someone asking about what type of game it is.
Yeah,
Come on, it's Dead Cell, like, no, everybody's like, you can't know everything. So,
Can't know everything.
Yeah, so it's I usually call it like a roguelike, Metroidvania.
Yeah,
kind of.
that's it. That's our marketing buzz term. We call it a roguevania.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's a side-scrolling, dungeon-crawling, RPG-esque, but more of a roguelike game. Like, well, it's 100% a roguelike game.
So people that don't know what a roguelike is, that concept is that you die and it's like I don't know if you call it permadeath, but it restarts you at the beginning of the game, but then you gain benefits. Is that how you kind of define it?
Yeah. So what we try to do is make sure it makes it so that you die, you lose everything, you restart, but there are certain things that you're going to keep between those runs. So every time you die, it shouldn't feel like, oh no, I'm dead, oh I've lost all this progress. It should feel like, oh wow, cool, I just updated a whole bunch of stuff. So obviously didn't do that. So that you're always sort of in a situation where you feel like you didn't waste your time. You should never feel like you ended a run and you're like, oh, that sucked.
Yeah. The only time I ever felt like that was when I was first playing it, when you don't make it to the collector the first time, and you lose all your cells, and I'm like, I didn't even get to turn in the first cells, damn it!
Yeah. Those first couple of runs where you're actually learning the base mechanics of the game, that can take a little time. That's why when we were like writing in the description for the game, we're always sort of trying to tell people, this is a hard game. This is not for your grandma to play. This is for people who want to challenge. This is for people who probably did like Dark Souls, or who maybe were into like tough as nails platformers when they were kids. At the end of the day, it's pixel art for a reason. It's because we grew up in this time period and we love those, like those Mario West games where you just like play a level.
Yeah,
or like
4 hours.
Exactly.
One thing I gotta say though is I'm pretty bad at games. But it doesn't feel like to me, and not to rag on Dark Souls also is actually a fantastic game. I get like really hard games. I tend to get really frustrated with if I can't progress.
Yeah.
The thing that is so addictive about this game to me is what you were just saying a minute ago was the fact that like every run, like as soon as I get to that first collector, I'm like, yes, I'm gonna unlock this thing. And even if I totally blow it, is that a loss?
No. It was just I pressed the roll button too late and didn't get through the spikes. Nice. Definitely get through. The ice bow is really OP right now. So take it.
It's funny that you mentioned the grandma gamer kind of thing, 'cause that's me.
Okay.
But this is one that I have been able to pick up and get super into, even though I've never played Dark Souls, I've never been a Souls-like person.
Yeah.
But something about this one, because maybe it's just simply because the art is a little bit of an extra little tasty treat.
Well, one of the things that we did do to sort of like, I say that because the entry into the game can be quite...
Yeah, the first few runs are really tough.
Once you get the hang of that, like once you master that, like this roll movement here, like as soon as you figure out that you're invincible while you roll and then rolling is your friend, then all of a sudden what you can do is you can actually grind. You put in a system that allows you to upgrade all of your weapons so that you're guaranteed stronger weapons with each run. So if you're someone who's not like the best player in the whole world, it's not a big deal because you can just spend the time if you enjoy the game. Obviously, if you don't enjoy the game, then throw your console in the bin and head for the hills. But if you're not someone who can just like one-shot the game and you've got your ready then spend the time, upgrade your weapons, and that way you automatically deal guaranteed percentage extra damage.
I like those throwables. I use that simply technique when you're doing that. It's not as fast.
Yeah, for me it's like probably the beginner's build at the moment. Like I'm not an amazing player. Like I said, I'm not super good at Dark Souls. I'm pretty good at this game because I've been playing it for years. Exactly. But I like the tactics build at the moment because it's accessible and allows you to maintain your distance and avoid those really brutal punishing attacks.
It's so exciting when you get powerful. If you have a really good run, it feels so good to be powerful.
Yeah, when you get to the third level and like everything's max and you're not max, but everything's like...
The first time I beat conjunctivitis, conjunctivitis, it was the biggest high I've ever had.
Well, if you've gone through there, like that's a really tough place to get to. Like you have to go through both sewers and the second sewers with those stinking mushrooms that put the spikes on your butt.
Those things are mean.
Yeah, they are. Okay, so I can't see here, like for anyone who's watching who doesn't know what the game is, we call it Roadvania because there's some Metroidvania elements. Like I need a skill that will allow me to like double jump up that wall that I don't have yet, and that's actually where I'm headed right now, is to try and get that room.
We haven't seen any food drops in this playthrough, but there's options for types of food that get dropped too, right?
Yeah, I think you got a kebab earlier.
Yeah, I did.
Did?
So
okay.
I think is it a kebab? I wasn't.
Meat stick or something.
Whereas I had mine switched to Castlevania, so I get chickens.
Can I change that? Yeah, I think I can. Let me check. Diet. What do we want to play? Carnivore.
Oh wow, I've not seen this.
Yeah, I think I'm going to play baguette.
What do you get if you get monsters? Little monsters?
Yeah, well, let's have a look. Let's see what. Oh no! Get out of here. Yeah, so that food option, that's one of the things that's great about working in games is that, it's never too serious. Like our meetings, we had a meeting about that actually, because our sound designer, he called us up and he was like, I really feel like it's unfair that there are no vegetarian options in the game, because he's vegetarian. And so we started with the vegetarian and then it went from there, and then it's kind of gotten silly since then, but, it's one of the... Man, I don't understand why I'm getting so...
We're going full tactics here.
No, I don't understand why I'm getting...
So if you're a fan of Dead Cells and you have any questions for Steve from Motion Trade,
We do have a couple of questions.
We do have a couple. Okay.
Folks are wondering about physical release. Are there any plans for that? Something to talk about?
Physical release.
So physical release? I don't know. That's one for you.
That's one we should ask.
Let's talk about it. The physical release, we would like to do a physical release, but at the moment we're just not sure whether it's something we're going to be able to pull off. So who knows what the future may come. At the moment, we should be able to get it like through the Code to Content program in a lot of stores. But
hopefully. Stay tuned. Hopefully we'll have news on that.
Is there a mixer integration for Dead Cells?
We're working on it.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
We are. It got a little
Breaking
bit.
news. So we're working on mixer integration.
Yeah, because we built the Twitch integration, and the mixer technology is better. I said that. If this is being rebroadcast on exactly. You're not being so we were actually like really excited to work on that, but then we've had some performance issues, and so we wanted to sort of fix the game and make sure the game is performing as best as it can before we work on that stuff. But yeah, it should be coming out in the next couple of months.
That would be really fun for people who have already gotten pretty good at the game and know what they're doing. Then your fans can make it really, really hard.
Yeah, well, exactly, because we've got the integration that allows people to play and influence the game, so you can take control of one of the bosses. You can decide what kind of drops I'm going to get, for example, so like what kind of build I'm going to do. So if you know that I like to play tactics, you can say, well, you know what, you're going to play brutality today, which is going to obviously change my approach to the game.
I'm always so cautious with those big worm things that explode.
Yeah.
Like I usually drop one of the drops in there and then hide like the tower.
The scorpions still freak me out every time.
Yeah, when they pop up, yeah. Oh, guts.
That's cool.
Got some guts.
Yeah, my I do that on I do the cheese method on the scenario level. There's some guys in there who can just like really take you out. Where's my purple? I just keep getting green.
You'll get your HP up.
Let's see here. This we go. That's pretty good.
Magnet.
Might be able to.
Yeah. Yeah, so between traps and grenades, turrets and grenades, you're a turret person.
Yeah, turrets, man.
Turrets all the way.
The grenades, we deliberately put them, actually when we first put this system into place, we deliberately had we deliberately had everything sort of skill-based on purple.
Yeah.
Well, we realized that meant that purple was like outrageously OP, so we changed the grenades over to red.
Oh, that makes sense.
I can't get through there, that sucks. Does that mean that means I have to go by the ramparts?
I think
it does. Oh, that's a
You don't want to go by the ramparts?
I always go by the ramparts. I mean, the ramparts are really pretty. It's probably my favorite level in terms of like the heart of the game. It's really beautiful. I mean, I remember the moment that we actually built that level when we were testing it, and Tom, the artist on the game, he showed us, and we were like, all right, now we've got something cool that people are gonna like.
For me, the ramparts was a learning experience that you shouldn't jump off every building because there's a big drop.
Some that are death.
Yeah, they and you know the hardest part about it is that we're continuously adding new levels. Like for example, the community will often send us like ideas for levels.
Oh, that's cool.
And so we'll put those levels in the game, and then you'll come across a place and be like, oh, I know what this is, and it's not the level that you thought it was, and so you jump down a hole and you lose 25% of your life.
Oy vey.
So you can expect more levels to show up in the Xbox version at some point?
Yeah. We're definitely with each update that we push with like there's basic features that we're just continuously adding to the game. So levels, monsters, weapons. If you've got ideas, like hit us up on the community, and we obviously can't put every single idea in because there's like millions of people who play the game now.
Well, where can people hit you up with ideas?
Hit us on the community, Xbox community, or like pods or anything.
Oh, okay. So like the Game Hub, if you're...
Precious. I'm gonna get that because that's...
Oh, I haven't unlocked that yet. That's so nice.
Lightning Bolt 3L. I've never seen one of those yet.
Yeah, so this is like... So when it goes yellow, it just
my
deals
God, I
like
want it.
guaranteed critical hits. So now I'm gonna roll all over this game right now. The only problem with this is that you have to time it right because it takes it's got a little bit of a wind up.
First time I got that big sword,
Yeah.
the big broadsword, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, that was also important to learn that it winds up for a
The
minute.
timing. Well, that's that's like another aspect of the game. Each and every weapon has its own unique timing, and you have to learn. And it will teach you.
Yeah.
If you don't respect the timing of the weapon, and that's where a lot of people compare it to Dark Souls. You know, like when you first start playing Dark Souls, you pick up, you want to go as a big heavy guy, and then you realise that I'm so slow that everyone is just hammering me. Alright, I'm gonna do something recently.
Okay.
Safe. That was kind of dumb.
This isn't your save.
Exactly. I'm just working on it so fast to help
So this was a legendary item that you picked up, right?
We're actually working on changing the legendary item system at the moment because a lot of people have been, as far as I'm concerned, like get an easy ride over what's because it's a little too easy right now. If you wind up with like 3 legendaries, you increase your damn power.
Yeah.
So we're gonna nerf that a little bit. So get in while you can, have fun with your legendaries. We're gonna make it fun.
Achievement hunters.
Yeah.
Get in there now.
Exactly.
Get all your legendaries while they're there.
But yeah, so anywhere that you can write to us through your Xbox or Windows Live or anything like that, we try to be available everywhere, and so as much as we can. We're only a small team, but I think one of the strengths of the game has been that we've worked very closely with the community. Because actually,
Are there 2 leads?
What? And this guy's shooting me through the wall. I hate this.
Stupid wizards, whatever they are.
Yeah, I have to go and take care of it.
What are those things called?
The Inquisitors. I just call them pains in the ass.
You have 2 elites against each other.
Oh my gosh.
I've just seen that.
That's madness. There's a lot of fluid team
Wow, so I gotta take care of it. This is another thing that you learn about the game. Take the guys out in the order of how dangerous they are. So you take out all these guys that can shoot through walls. Because otherwise they'll just continually shoot you through.
Yeah.
So this guy can't shoot me. Oh, I really want to go in there too because that guy's got a star over his head.
Yeah.
Which means he's going to give me a scroll.
Right.
Which one? Both of them or just
no, this guy here.
Okay.
Yellow star.
So he's not in the league. The yellow
he's
star?
not in the league.
Okay.
Yellow
so
star just
he's
means
a-
they've got a scroll.
Okay. But you can't cheese that, right? Because you can't.
So I'm cheesing him right now. But now he's going to come down and get me.
Okay.
So now I'm going to have to keep dodging.
Nice.
Alright, but I don't want that. 'cause
Yeah.
Alex, he is hooking you up.
So I'm going to...
Did you get the scroll?
I'm getting it now. Alright, purple. Precious purple. Alright, let's keep exploring this castle. So now I'm actually looking pretty good. I got 263.
Yep.
Which means I got a decent amount of life.
Fleshy bats.
Also, healing.
I love that.
Curse chest yet.
I was going to ask, what's your opinion on first chest?
I mean, I like it. It depends on the level, because there are some levels where I know that I can get through without getting hit.
Yeah.
And there are others where I'm like, no, I'm not doing that right now.
So that's, you have to kill 10 enemies without getting hit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's the whole idea of like risk reward, you know, we're really trying to get you to the point where, okay, in the beginning you're just not going to do it because it's ridiculous. Like, you'll never make it through 10 enemies without getting hit.
Yeah.
But then, you know, after you've done 200 runs, then maybe you're all over the game and you want to do something like that just to increase the risk and make it sort of more interesting. So,
What do you call these flesh bats?
I call them fighters.
Fighters.
Yeah. But I think that's what they call it. I know in French, what we were working on, they would call it like mouche à caca. It's like a good fly, basically. So yeah.
Nice.
Very sophisticated level. But these guys, man, there was another sort of like moment in the game where we realized that we had something cool. Was because they're super annoying, but they're actually really fun to fight once you figure out how they work.
Yeah. They also give a lot of souls, I feel like.
Yeah, definitely. Alright, we got man, that was a long one. Oh, because I had the Who else we got? Any challenges? So here, like, you know, these are just accessories goals for me.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna like focus on building up my life because one of the problems with design, we did it on purpose, with the tactics is because you get to cheese, you don't have a lot of life.
Right.
So that if you do get hit, then sucked in, it's gonna hurt. Yeah. What are you doing over there? I'm not gonna begin.
I like how the different levels, Ramparts, like as we're seeing, is kind of deep. There's a lot of caverns to go into, whereas some of them are climb. One of the later levels is entirely climbing.
Yeah, clocked out.
Yeah.
That's always interesting. One of the things that we really wanted to do was take ideas from games in terms of the level design that we really enjoy. So, you know, like the clock tower is sort of our homage to Castlevania in the sense that it's the classic level where you start climbing up. This level is a little bit similar, but each biome is sort of designed to have its own feeling and make the game feel varied because you're going to play through these levels like over and over and over again. So each time you go through, you want to make sure that you're not just like, oh, okay, I know exactly what it is. So here, for example, I'm just looking for the exit to the ball because I know it's here somewhere, but I don't know which one it's instead. If I was speedrunning, I would probably do it a little bit different. I'm sure we got our world champion speedrunner. Oh yeah, who I'm sure would have an opinion on my ability to speedrun.
Is there a lot of activity in the community
as
for
far as speedrunning is, we're actually, like, one of the things we're working on at the moment is the ability to fix the seed for the level.
Okay.
So right now, you know, it's completely random every time you go through it, where we're implementing an editor, which is just going to allow you can type in any random number. You can put in your birthday, you can put in your mom's birthday, like, doesn't matter. And then you can send that number to your friends and you'll be playing the exact same level. So then you can have the challenge of saying, okay, well, you know, I'm better at you than you at the game. So if there's any other questions in the chat about like practice for the game?
Any other questions in the chat?
Someone in the chat asked if there are familiars, like pets that can help you through, which I don't believe that is one of the weapons.
No familiars.
Although you do have an item that you get this little fighting mark.
Yeah, exactly. So like these little guys here on the ground, they'll sort of follow you around and chew on your enemy's toes, which is kind of cool. We do. I don't know if it's actually still in the current build or not, but we did have like an item that you can use that will summon like an agent or a familiar, I guess. That would like just follow you around and zap enemies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Obviously everything's on a cooldown, so it did run out.
Sure.
It's on, oh, here it is.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah, here we go.
Alright, boss time.
I think we just have enough time to
Let's do it. Let's do it. Either I'm going to get smashed or I'll make it through. We'll know in about 2 minutes.
Here we are on the Black Bridge.
Alright, first boss of the game.
Have you beat this boss then?
Yes.
Yes.
Woohoo! Alright, I'm going to keep working on these health for us.
Nice.
Alright, go on, I'm going to spot the sandals for him with gloves. and then everything runs on it down after like 10 minutes.
I do love the YOLO mutation.
Yeah.
It's very fun.
Yeah. Especially when you're learning. Or the other time it's great is when you're trying to get that last boss.
Yeah.
He went out kind of like the very last level of the game, and then he unceremoniously kicks your butt. It's nice to have that backup.
That little bit of a second chance.
Alright, here he is. Concierge. If you ever lost your bag, he's rude to you. Now it's time to get even. I should have iced it.
There you go. And you haven't taken much damage yet.
No, I'm doing okay here. I could have actually probably gone for all this. Play my cards right.
Get there. Going.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys that mustache.
And you're there we go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's how it's done.
Nice.
It's just like casual. Alright, who's up?
I think we are.
Yeah, we're out of time. That's awesome. So the game is Dead Cells. It's been out for what, about 3 weeks?
Yep.
Okay. On Xbox. The only warning I give you is once you start playing, it's really addictive. You're gonna put like 70 hours into it.
It will take a decent chunk of your life.
All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us. Yeah, you have some promotion to it. So we're gonna go to a trailer and find somebody else, and we'll be back.
I think we're.
Are we? Hello. Hi. Was that you want me closer? No, back here?
Back up. Back up.
And we get up close and live.
So we're out of time. That was awesome. So we were at the ID and Xbox pre-PAX event.
The open house. I've been Suzanne.
I'm Glenn.
Who have you been?
I've been Glenn. And if you want to come and you're in the Seattle, Redmond, Bellevue area, it's in Building 33 on the Microsoft campus.
Yep.
It starts at
5 p.m. Pacific time. It's open to the public, family. Goes until 9 p.m. tonight. If you're under 18, please come with a parent or guardian. But besides that, it is open to everybody.
And it costs how much?
Free.
It's free.
It costs no dollars.
And there's actually a transport.
Yes. So if you're coming from downtown or specifically from the convention center, there's going to be shuttles picking up beginning at 4:45 and going through 9 p.m., taking you out here and back. And those pick up at the convention center at 800 Convention Place. So that's
Come down
in
and
the
say
tunnel
hi.
on Convention Place.
If you see Chris Charla, make sure to
Ask him for stuff.
Ask him for money.
Yeah.
Tell him that Glenn and Suzanne
We said
that he'll give you a
that
dollar.
he would give you money. Xbox dollars.
All right, thanks everybody for watching.
Thanks everyone.
We'll see you next
See you
time.
next time. Bye.